Victor.
James Lord. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 008681 State versus James Harold Lord. Mr. Lord, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you understand you're charged with assault of a peace officer? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor, we had filed a psych eval and he was found competent. And Your Honor, I believe, unless I misheard, would you repeat the range of punishment? Was it did you say third degree or second
Yes,
degree?
third degree, 2 to 10. Oh, I'm sorry. This is an assault of a peace officer, Judge. I'm sorry. There are other things that are on my mind. Thank you. The range of punishment is 2 to 20 years. Do you understand? All right, you may proceed. Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison, and there's a $1,000 fine. State recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea? Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours of community service restitution, and no contact with Officer Matthew Medina or Mary Gray. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plea? Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. And the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We hope that you follow the plea bargain agreement with the recommendations. He's been in custody for close to 6 months. He does have a separate case that is not tied to this case. It's a misdemeanor resisting arrest that he's going to handle separately in County Court 4. We already have court on the 21st scheduled. He's been unemployed for a while. He will have a job lined up, but I was hoping that maybe you could probate part of the fine.
All right, so I've seen the police report that there are some mental health issues. So do you have a case manager, sir, or someone? Have you been on any type of medications before?
They had me on it's like a Wellbutrin or something like that.
Mhm.
But I haven't been taking nothing at the jail,
Mhm.
and I pretty much been better, a lot better now.
And Joanne de Hoyos did file a psych eval. We had some concerns, however, he was found to be competent.
And have you ever received SSI? What type of employment have you done in the past? Okay. And do you have a place to stay if you're released? Is that the same place you were at before?
It's actually right down the road.
Okay. Does anyone else live there? All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's a $1,000 fine that will be probated. We can do a MIC evaluation out of custody. There's to be no contact with officers Matthew Medina and Mary Gray. Proof of employment within 45 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. And we can do a TAP evaluation out of custody. There should be 120 hours of community service restitution. Probation, is there anything else you need? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Thank you.
All right, we can go off the record. In this court, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, then you can always come back to the court, okay? Thank you. You may be excused.
Thanks, Judge.
Oscar Garcia. All right, thank you.
He's in jail. They did not bring him over today. He's got an MTR. He also has a new number one judge.
Mhm.
I think that's why I won the case.
Yes.
I know the court wants to resolve the MTR, but reading the court summary on the MTR,
Oh, no, you're newly appointed. Am I correct?
I just got appointed right now.
All right, so I understand that nothing can happen. You've been newly appointed. So what is the new number one?
Drug case.
And that hasn't been indicted.
No, he just picked it up October 24th.
Okay. All right. Norma, let's recall this in December. When are you gonna be here, counsel?
When the court sets my date.
Oh, thank you. Say that loud enough for all the other attorneys can hear. All right, we can bring it back on the 16th.
Be fine.
All right. Sharon Cardenas? All right, where are we on discovery?
I think they're gonna dismiss the case, so.
Oh, I don't have a dismissal form.
I'm gonna say it's complete.
So the state has filed a dismissal in your case. They say it's due to a missing witness. All right, so whatever brought you here today, make sure you don't come back. You understand? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Kilgore. Hello. Hi, all right. All right, we'll start with the case where there's no application. Court is calling 2024 CR 0084337. And also 2023 CR 10767W. State versus Michael Kilgore Jr. Can I have parties announced for the state?
Charles Buck for Mr. Kilgore.
And are you Mr. Kilgore?
No.
Did you understand you're charged with unlawful possession of a firearm by felon? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
No.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 7 years in the prison. There are no applications. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 10767W. The state will take in consideration 2024 CR 008458. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, we believe he's worthy of the plea bargain. We ask you to follow it.
All right, the court will sentence you to 7 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 10767W. Taking consideration 2024 CR 008458. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
No.
All right, we're moving on to 2023 CR 10767W. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney, and did you understand it? Are you the same Michael Lee Kilgore Jr. who was placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 10767W for the offense of evading arrest detention with a vehicle on November 29, 2023 for a term of 5 years? Is that you? Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 8 years in the prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Court will grant the motion revoked. Sentence you to 7 years in the prison. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 008437. Court will give you credit for any time served. Is there anything else in that cause number with regards to sentencing?
No, Judge.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
No.
All right, we can go off the record. You're gonna have to change your life. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself in and out of somebody's prison for the rest of your life. And time is promised to no one. The only thing time promised you is it's gonna pass quickly and you will look up and your life is over. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Once you're released from prison, if you can't find a place to get back on the right track with housing or whatever your other issues are, if I'm still here, you can come here and I'll pick up the phone and call somebody.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you,
Have a
Judge.
blessed day.
Oh,
Thank
thank you. You have a blessed day too.
They're gonna dismiss those things.
Henson? All right, so what updates do you have before we go on the record?
I looked at the screen, Your Honor, as far as the drug court referral, and it said that he didn't meet the criteria, or he met the criteria, but he was rejected, according to the report. That was the last thing that we had.
All right, Ms. Abrams, do you have the drug court report so I can see it? All right, let me go to the email. Oh, so it's because of his history. So that's why they say they don't want him. All right, Ms. Abrams, what is the time frame for DDRL? So here's the thing.
Is that when she says the time period, is that a wait time?
That's, he wants to know if that's a wait time. For example, he wants to know with DDRF, is that a wait time? So has he already been interviewed and he's just waiting to acceptance, or they still have to do the evaluation? All right. And then once they complete the Tacoma evaluation, will we have a better idea of if DDRF is needed or not needed?
Yes.
All right. So what we'll do for your client then is we're gonna recall this back so that I have a better idea. Norma, can you recall this back for December 10th?
And I just want to make sure on the last page that I gave you the. Oh, the Tacoma appointment is on December the 3rd.
All right, so that appointment is on December 3rd, so we'll bring you back. Is December 10th enough time for us to get an update?
Yes, Judge.
All right, we're gonna bring you back on December 10th. You understand? Okay. All right, then we'll be back on the 10th.
And just so you know, Judge, his family has been here at every setting and they continue to be here supporting him.
Okay, that's a great thing.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
If you'll let them know that he's gonna come back on the 10th.
I will, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Have a seat, sir.
Yes. All right, Mr. Day, how old are you? Sorry? Okay. We're gonna call you back. Norma, see if that attorney can be here on the 21st. If you could get in touch with them. If they can't be here on the 21st, then we're gonna recall this for December 2nd. We're gonna see if your attorney has an emergency issue that they have to take care of. So we're gonna see if they can be back here on Thursday. If they can't be back, then the latest will be December 2nd, okay? All right, you can have a seat. All right, have him come up.
Come up, John.
Yes. Hello. All right, counsel, you've received all discovery?
I have not, Your Honor.
What is not?
Your Honor, I have downloaded all discovery. I've talked to Jason Garahan. He said he's uploaded all discovery. I've also given him a hard drive. I'm missing all written reports. There are no written police reports, autopsy, GSR, gun evidence. I talked to Jason and he was wondering, or I'd like to ask for a reset to bring a hard drive over and I'll sit with him and we can check off. There's 45 pages of evidence and I know I don't have it all. I did sit with the file all through lunch and saw a lot of stuff. So I put my eyes on it. And I know it's there, but I don't have it in my possession yet.
All right, so when are y'all asking for this case to be recalled back?
Just 30 days would be sufficient. It's true that it seems that the discovery, it's all on Verific, but sometimes it doesn't go to e-discoveries for some odd reason. I have no idea. But Eric did turn over a hard drive before, and we have verification because we got it downloaded. But I don't know how or what happened, but we will do that within 30 days would be more than sufficient time.
All right, so the latest I can set this off for this year is December 19th. Or I can bring you all back the 1st of January, and I think by then all discovery should be had.
And Your Honor, if I may, I know over the holidays, sometimes courts are down, so I would like the longer one and that way.
Oh, we're not down in the 187.
Well, I know you're not, but,
So you're saying January?
please.
All right, Norma? Yeah. Can you put this down for January 9th? All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, so we'll be back on January 9th. That's so your attorney can have all the discovery and we can make sure he has it. All right, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Jacob Ashton Cawazzo, age 27. 2024 unauthorized use of vehicle bond $7,500, offense and arrest date March 28, 2024, awaiting trial. 2023 murder offense date December 14, 2023, bond $125,000, awaiting trial. 2023 unlicensed possession firearm by felon offense date December 14, 2023, bond $15,000, awaiting trial. Actual jail time I could find, there is probably more. Behar County. March 29, 2024, still in jail. Denton County. September 5, 2018, 26 days, $2,000 bond. March 18, 2016, same day, $500 bond. Erath County. May 18, 2017, 4 days, released no bond.
Mr. Day, your attorney said that they can be here on November 21st, so we'll bring you back on Thursday instead of December, okay?
We're working on 2 more for both.
Thank you. Sandra Torres. Hello. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 010023C. And are you Ms. Torres?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you review it with your client?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Torres, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand and count 2 your charge of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams? That's a 2nd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Torres, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
Turkey dinner for.
Okay,
No, miss.
hopefully it's not dry. All right. Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2, and they're recommending deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. Did you understand that's a recommendation and the court does not have to follow that recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offense as charged in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We're ready.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes, my daughter's 34 years old. She works in Austin, Texas.
All right, do you have any grandchildren?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are their ages?
She is 5 years old. Just one, I only have one.
All right, do you have any family here in Bear County?
Yes, yes, I do. I have, I do have like, I have my own practice. I was already started being like an entrepreneur. And so I do have my plans already set up. This is the 3rd time I go for it. So hopefully this one will be the one.
All right, so who are these people you were with? How do you know them?
You see, my girlfriend and we usually meet in that area, hotels, because he lives out on Congress and I live right here. So when we get together, we rent hotel rooms in that area. And we happen to encounter this individual, I guess, one of the individuals we encountered in one of the hotels. Because we bought grass, I bought grass for one of her houses.
Are you talking about Bermuda or St. Augustine, or are you talking about marijuana?
No. Land grass, miss.
Okay,
I'm an entrepreneur and a multi-talented person.
all right, so here's what I don't understand. You're meeting some random people at a hotel,
Yes, it was.
But
Mistake.
there are drugs in the vehicle that you're driving.
Yes, it was a wrong mistake.
No, it's not a mistake. Here's the thing. This is want to explain something to you. And I used to say this all the time to my client when I was a defense attorney. My thing was, you've already pled to it. There's no need to weave a story that's a fanciful story that it may not be true, right? So where we are now and this whole process is you pled true. I'm sorry, you pled no contest. I've read the evidence. Based upon what I've seen, I'm finding that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, which means I've read this and beyond a reasonable doubt, you did it, right? So we're past the point of trying to make things appear as rosy, right? We're just trying to get the truth. And let me just tell you why I'm trying to get the truth, because I want to know what conditions to give you so that you will be successful on this probation. All right. Now, what I can tell you is the people in this vehicle, I don't believe that they were meeting you to purchase Bermuda grass or St. Augustine grass or any of that. This is all drug issues because everyone in the vehicle had drugs. The police officer is saying the 2 passengers in the back had drugs between them. The officer is saying you wouldn't open the door. He had you to get out of the door. A female comes and you have drugs. So guess what? Everybody in their lives, me included, I'm always trying to better myself. Hopefully your attorney's trying to better himself. Nobody's perfect. We're all just working on ourselves so we can be the best that we can be, right? So you don't have to be dishonest with me at this stage because guess what? You sign up for deferred. I'm going to give you deferred. Right now, I'm just trying to see what conditions would be best suited for you, okay? So we're going to start over. I find that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. I'm going to defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. So you say you have a granddaughter, that's fine. How do you know these people that you ended up with?
The female is my lover.
Okay.
The 2 males, we met them at the hotel because that happened. We rent that hotel for a week.
Okay.
So truly, I don't have no true knowledge of these individuals and their capacity of telling because we have just met them and that truly.
See what drugs will make you do? You're up there in a car, you and your partner are in a car with 2 people that you say you don't even know them and they're 2 males.
That is true.
Anything could have happened.
Yes.
This could have been a Lifetime movie. You know what they would name it? Danger at the Hotel. Because
Yeah.
Lifetime movies, they always come up with these names that will get you intrigued by it. And then I will sit there and watch it and I will say, there's no way anybody did this. And then the screen will go black and you'll have a name, a law named after you. So don't do that. All right.
No, so I'm grateful to on the side because like you say, as you say, we just got scared because we we didn't know in whose hands we were really.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. You need to stop going to that motel and having drugs or buying drugs. You understand?
We probably run a motel downtown.
No, downtown does, let me just tell you, downtown is touristy. They don't want people buying drugs downtown.
But that
And let me
issue
just tell
wasn't
you,
there.
downtown, there's a police officer on every corner. You know why? Because downtown is a touristy area. They want people to come here and enjoy the Riverwalk and enjoy other places. Downtown is really, well, no place is really the place to commit offenses, but downtown really is for
I'm
tourists.
talking about my partner and I, we go to the hotel just to meet because she lives with her mom and I live with my friend, with my aunt, so. Like, we don't like, there's no need to meet and.
I'm telling you, don't bring drugs downtown.
No,
All right.
that will not happen again. You won't see me again, miss.
All right.
You won't see me.
Court is going to sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. So how often is your partner using drugs?
Yeah, miss.
All right, well, I'm going to help you find out. This is what I'm going to do. There's to be no contact with the following. Julian A. Rodriguez, Andres, Anders, Tamayo, Tamallo Jr., and Christy Brown. Not anymore. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Guess what? If you do well on probation, you can finish early. So whether or not your probation is terminated early and you get to see her, that's 100% dependent on you. But while you're on probation, the answer is no. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, 200 hours of community service restitution, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months.
What was that?
Sorry. Oh, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. 120 sober meetings in 120 days. CAP evaluation out of custody. Follow recommendations. Probation, is there anything else she needs? Is there anything else you need to be successful?
Just, on my job, I'm a maintenance. I do maintenance on my job and I've been with them since 1999.
Oh, you can work at your job. I'm saying that you can't have a job as a home healthcare provider or with minors. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right. Is there anything else you need from the court?
I'd like clarification.
Yes.
120 sober meetings.
Sober support meetings in 120 days.
I want every day.
Yes.
She gonna get information where those places are.
Oh, yes.
I've never
And
heard
they're,
that.
yeah, they're all over the city. It's sober support meetings. Basically, they changed the name from NA or AA meetings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll work on that right away, miss.
All right. Is there anything else you need?
No, miss.
All right. Good luck to you. If there's anything you need, be sure to let probation know. If you feel as though they're not addressing the issue, you can always come back to court. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Talk to this for a second.
All right. Jonathan Orosco.
Yes.
Orozco.
She's free to go, no, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, bye.
And are you all going to be proceeding on the First Amendment or no?
Sure.
Okay. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 0701 State versus Jonathan Nathan Orosco. Can I have parties announced for the record? State.
Charles Bunk for Mr. Orosco.
Are you Mr. Orosco? All right, did you review the documents entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? You did not understand it? All right. Are you the same Jonathan Nathan Orosco who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 0701 for the offense of evading arrest or detention second or more on February 27th, 2024 for a term of 4 years. Is that you? All right. All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1? The court will find violation of condition number 1 true. All right. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to follow that plea? Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Got it.
All right, the court will follow your agreement. As previously stated, the court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. The court will find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 9 months in the state jail facility. Take into consideration 2024 CC 736131 and 2024 PF 21135. The court will give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Got it.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yeah, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Michael Rodriguez, habitual offender, age 48, 30 criminal cases and 34 arrests in Bihar County. 2024 Possession Controlled Substance Penalty Group 1/1 B less than 1 gram dismissed today, defendant convicted other. 2024 Unlicensed Possession Firearm by Felon sentencing today. 2023 Fraud Use Possession Identifying Info Hashtag of items less than 5 items dismissed today, defendant convicted other. 2024 Forgery Financial Instrument, sentencing today. 2024 Theft Property, 2,500 TO $30,000 dismissal in May 2024 charge entered in error. 2018 Felon Possession Firearm, 2 years deferred, revoked. 2016 Possession Marriage 4 ounces 25 lbs, sentenced 9 months. 2016 Evading Arrest or Detention dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2016 Possession Controlled Substance Penalty Group 1 less than 1 gram case dismissed. 2016 Theft $2,500 to $30,000 vehicle, dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2015 Theft $500 to $1,500 dismissed, insufficient evidence. 2015 Possession Controlled Substance Penalty Group 1 less than 1 gram dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2015 Possession Controlled Substance Penalty Group 1 less than 1 gram, 58 days jail. 2015 Unauthorized Issues of a Vehicle dismissed and reduced. 2010 Assault Bodily Injury, 9 months jail. 2010 Resisting Arrest, Search Transportation. Dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2010 Criminal Trespass Private Property dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2010 Failure to identify to police officer or giving fictitious information dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2010 Criminal Trespass, Habitation, or Shelter dismissed, other. 2009 Possession Controlled Substance Penalty Group 1 less than 1 gram, 9 months, concurrent with prior sentence. 2008 DWLI, Enhanced, 6 months probation, revoked, only served 17 days jail. 2007 Theft $50, $500, 90 days, sentence expired early, 36 days. 2007 criminal mischief $50 to $500, 90 days concurrent, sent expired early, 36 days. 2007 driving while license invalid, 90 days concurrent, sent expired early. 2003 possession marijuana 0 to 2 ounces, 4 months deferred, 1 MTR. 2002 assault bodily injury married / 16 months deferred, 2 MTR. 2000 assault bodily injury married / 90 days deferred. 1997 possession marriage 0 to 2 ounces, 24 hours community service.
All right, are y'all ready on Rodriguez?
Yes.
All right, are there applications in these?
Yes, Judge.
In both?
Yes, Judge. For regular, not deferred.
Okay. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 5019 and 2024 CR 010228, State versus Michael Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced?
Charles Bunk for Michael Rodriguez.
And are you Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with forgery of financial instrument, repeater, and also unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. Those are third-degree felonies, if the enhancements are true. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Mr. Rodriguez, in either of these cause numbers, has anyone threatened you, forced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. In each cause number, did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? In each cause number, the state is requesting that your punishment be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $10,000 fine. The state recommends community supervision. The causes will run concurrently. State is taking in consideration 2024 CR 010332, 2024 CR 010226, and in the cause number ending in 19, there's to be restitution, if any, to Samuel Torres, and there's to be restitution to Diana Ornelas under cause number 2024 CR 010032. And you've agreed that you've been previously convicted of one or more felonies for purposes of enhancement. Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 8 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours of community service restitution, and no contact with the complainants. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then in cause number ending in 5019, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
And to the enhancement, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
And in cause number ending in 28, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, each cause number, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty, and the court will find the enhancements true based upon your plea of true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We would like to proceed today, Judge. Yes.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I believe he's worthy of the plea bargain. We ask you to follow it. He has been incarcerated for approximately, he's been almost 5 months in jail for today. So I'd ask you consider that possibly when you sentence him to hopefully probate his fine.
All right, and the cause number ending in 5019. The court will sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 010228. Taking consideration 2024 CR 010332 and 2024 CR 010226. There's to be restitution and no contact. Are you employed?
Not at the moment.
All right, what do you do when you're in the free world?
Well, I got 20 years in filming, landscaping, and irrigation. So I should get a job quickly.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
4, 8, and 23.
All right, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, TAP evaluation out of custody, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Is there any gang affiliation with you? There is to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to require parenting classes. Once he completes parenting, it will be deemed satisfied. Probation, is there anything else he needs in that cause number? Is there anything else you need from the court in that cause number?
No, ma'am.
All right,
Thank you, ma'am.
you're welcome. And the cause number ending in 228, the court will sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. This run concurrent with 2024 CR 5019. Take in consideration 2024 CR 01032, 2024 CR 010226. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. Again, he completes parenting, it will be deemed satisfied. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, TAP evaluation out of custody, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Probation, is there anything else under that cause number? Is there anything else you need from the court under that cause number?
Oh, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am, so much. You have a nice evening.
All right, thank you, you
Happy
too.
holidays.
Oh, thank you, you too.
Yes, ma'am.
Stay out of trouble.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Judge. May I have an excuse?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Alexander Rodriguez. Hello. Hi.
Again.
Yes. So where are we? This is the final setting for CPS records.
It is, Judge. So last setting, the state informed the court that we had spoken with the person responsible for producing those records to us. We did. They ensured us that all the records would be provided. I had asked for a call for confirmation before they send the records. I got a call from their supervisor. I returned the call, but never got anything back. We received the records, and the 2014 records that both sides want were not included in them. So on the state's end, we looked at the mother's maiden name. We looked at including additional people and made a subsequent request. We have been in contact with CPS records production to see how quickly we can get that. I have not received a date back yet. However, the last request took 2 weeks.
All right. So Norma? Recall this for November 21st. And you all need to subpoena whoever you need to subpoena to have them be here and bring those records. Or either be here and explain why they don't have the records. And let them know we've been waiting for these CPS records since October.
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is that Friday?
No,
No,
that's a Thursday.
Let me get my calendar.
Millard Cummings? Yes, I'm for it.
Rain cloud or 2 in the morning.
You know, I always tell people whenever I am out on a school night, because, you know, I'm reading to children or something else that's going on in my schedule, it's hard the next day. I tell people it's a school night. All right, to the prosecutors on Cummings, it's family violence. Counsel, where are we on discovery?
You got, I briefly looked this morning and requested a few little odds and ends at the end of the e-discovery request there, but I think I have most of the stuff. If not, I'll have it very quickly.
All right. And state, were you able to tender an offer or no?
Not yet, Your Honor.
Are you prepared to tender an offer?
Probably not today. I think by next setting.
All right, Norma. If you'll recall this for December 16th. State an offer will be due, and I'll need an acknowledgement of discovery.
Today, Judge, or
Oh, next time.
I will do.
All right, thank you. Is there anything else?
No, Judge.
All right, once he signs the reset form, he'll be excused.
Thank you.
Thank you. How's it going?
I got up at 2 this morning.
Oh my gosh, and I hear you're in jury trial?
I think so. They said, get here, you're up. So that's usually a good indication.
Yeah.
But you never know.
You never know. All right, your client is who?
Real. Just a reminder. Yeah, this, oh yeah, that's right. He does. He has a ag robbery and evading. He
And
was
is he in
on,
custody?
yes, ma'am. He was on the lam for about 3 years.
All right, when do you want this recalled?
Um,
Because I know you're in a jury trial. What are you trying?
a dope case.
All right, you want me to bring it back the week of December 9th?
We can do that.
All right, Norma, on Villareal, we're gonna call it on December 9th.
Actually, that works out well. I've tried to see him. Well, I'll talk to the court. They will never bring him to a jail visit. I don't know. I was up at jail for 2 hours yesterday and I'm getting a little frustrated at the Bear County Jail right now. Actually, it works out good. I have another guy set that day.
All right, if there's an issue with you viewing him, or seeing him, just let us know.
Maybe can I bring him over off docket or I can just
Yeah,
talk to him
just-
in the box?
Just work it out with the deputies.
Good
and
deal.
We'll have you visit him here.
All right, thanks. Your ribs are in the one
All right, have a
eighty-six,
good
so
one.
we'll go pick them up.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's worse than I remember. I'll just say that. When I read it, I'm like, oh, now I remember it.
Yeah.
This is on the docket today. Co-defendant is taking a plea.
All right, just give me one moment. Let me put this in the system. All right, what page is Anthony Villareal on?
H5.
Thank you. And then can you pull the file on Humberto Ramos, please? Thank you. And is your client on bond?
He's in custody.
All right.
I thought he was on that.
All right, no problem. All right. On this case, Humberto Ramos, what page is he on? Humberto Ramos. All right, for some reason, he's not pulling up in Odyssey.
You ask for a discovery acknowledgement by the end of, I hand it to you.
Yes, thank
And
you.
then I have another one. You want me to file this one up into the system or is this
Oh.
good enough?
This is fine.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I love it.
I did too.
That's
Oh,
just the
my-
nicest thing that I
It
think you said
is.
to me all week.
I love it.
All right, take care.
All right, you two have a good one. Are y'all ready on Lozano? Any updates?
Yeah, some and some not. The biggest situation is that this has an offense date, the new case of 10/19. He was arrested on 11/2. If you look in the system, it shows no specifically name not available to magistrate. We have no idea who the complainant is to even restrict him from. I don't know. All he was aware of when he was arrested on the second was that there was a welfare check that came in. He
All right,
was
so
not-
how are we going forward and nobody knows who the complainant is?
That's our biggest question, Judge.
So I tried to pull the arrest report. For some reason, the case is not in our system. So it's in Odyssey, but it's not in Veripic. I've reached out to my investigator to pull the arrest report. He's working on that right now.
And we have most of the progress about his base activity. He works on Randolph. However, I don't know.
All right, have your client come forward.
Okay.
What's your work schedule?
I work on base, I work 4 to
4 in the morning to 3:30, on base. And then after that, I am a licensed electrician, so I try to do site works and stuff. And I work till pretty much dark. Now it gets dark so early. And I'm just trying to.
His actual schedule is 5 a.m. to 3:30. It takes him an hour, one way.
All right, this is what the court is gonna do. I'm gonna recall this for November 21st. Y'all need to have some information, and at that time, I'll make an official ruling on his pretrial services violation report. And so I think that'll give everybody plenty of time to find out who the complainant is, if a complainant exists. If there is no complainant, I don't know how this goes forward without one. When it's a complaint-driven case. All right, and State, I know you're not the one who filed this, someone else did.
Yes.
All right, so we'll come back on November 21st.
Perfect.
All right,
Thank
once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Norma Lozano, November 21st. Dela Cruz.
Judge, I'm here from Millard Cummings. He called my office. He said his car wouldn't start.
What page is Dela Cruz on? Thank you. All right, a warrant's going to be issued. If he makes an appearance, the court will reconsider. All right, Stephanie Flores.
Judge, good morning.
Good morning.
On Miss Flores, I think Charles Gold for Miss Stephanie Nunez Flores, but the her last name is going to be Nunez, Judge, as
Right.
represented on the paperwork. Flores was her married name and she's not married.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 0094222B, State of Texas versus Stephanie Nunez Flores. Can I have parties announced for the record? State.
Eric Stadelman.
Defense.
Charles Gold for Miss Nunez.
And are you Miss Nunez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review it with your client?
We have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Nunez, did you review the application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. If the state is able to prove up the habitual offender enhancement allegation. All right, the 2 enhancement allegations, those are state jail felonies, correct?
That's my understanding, yes.
That you're using to enhance?
That's why it was Tony doing it, Tony Garcia, so, but yes, that's what it was.
Okay. All right, we're back on the record. All right. If the state is able to approve up the enhancement allegation, then the range of punishment will be anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses? The state will call in the right to remain silent. You need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Nunez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 5 years in the prison. You'd agree that you've been previously convicted of 2 or more felonies for purposes of enhancement. There's $1,000 fine and the state is opposed to your application. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea? Outside the agreement, the parties are asking that there be a referral to felony drug court. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Those are recommended, I put that in there for me.
Okay. So do you understand that's a recommendation and the court does not have to follow that recommendation?
Yes, ma'am.
To the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
And to the enhancements, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. We'll come back on January 16th for your PSI. State and defense, I'm going to order a PSI, TAP evaluation, and a referral to felony drug court. We can go off the record. It's very important that you meet each of those appointments. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to base my decision on whether or not to grant your application based upon whatever evidence is presented to me. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So make sure you keep every last one of those appointments. Usually the PSI, they'll give you a different date.
Right.
Then they'll give you a different day for a TAP. And then they'll give you a different day for felony drug court. So whatever you need, a calendar or whatever, you need to make sure you make it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Stephanie Nunez Flores, age 41. 2024 PAS CSPG 1/1 be less than 1 gram bond $1,500. Psi, TAIP, and referred to felony drug court. 2015 SMEX worker, 3 or more priors dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2015 SMEX worker, 3 or more priors dismissed, no arrest, entered in error. 2012 SMEX worker, 3 or more priors dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2011 SMEX worker, 3 or more priors dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2011, another, SMEX worker, 3 or more priors convicted, 9 months. 2011, another, SMEX worker, 3 or more priors convicted, 9 months, concurrent. 2011, another, SMEX worker, 3 or more priors convicted, 6 months, concurrent. 2011, yet another, SMEX worker, 3 or more priors dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2007, another, SMEX worker, 3 or more priors, convicted, 20 days jail concurrent. 2007 SMEX worker, 3 or more priors, 2 years probation revoked after 3 MTRs, convicted, 9 months, concurrent. 2007 SMEX worker, 1 or 2 priors, convicted, sentenced 20 days. 2007 fail IDF Eugene to give false INF, convicted, sentenced 17 days. 2006 fail IDF Eugene to give false info dismissed, guilty different charge. 2006 SMEX worker, convicted, 30 days, out at 21.
Stephen Brady. Court is calling 2024 CR 009125, State versus Stephen Brady. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
One little way for the defense.
And are you Mr. Brady?
Yes,
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
I have, Your Honor.
Did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you understand you're charged with assault, peace officer, judge? That is a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There are no applications. The state is taking in consideration 2024 CR 009405. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
The court follows the plea agreement.
All right, anything you wish to say, sir?
No.
All right, the court will find you guilty, sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, take in consideration 2024 CR 009405. Did you? Yes.
Thank you.
All right, we can go off the record. So whatever brought you here today, you got to get control over things. If there's a mental health issue, if there's a drug issue, when you're released from the prison, if you can't find somebody or someplace that can give you help, if I'm still here, you come back, I'll call and find a place for you, okay?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.